When you receive the machine, you should adjust it this one, and it is a little gap of the bottle. A little gap is okay, and so that the bottle will be not go to curve. Okay, and if you don't need this second one, you can just leave one here. And if your bottle is height enough, you can leave two. Okay, and for the bottle collection. For the filling, you should press this one first. Press block bottle rear, this one, the right one. First stop the bottle and then press conveyor. Then the bottle will come to here. And then press block bottle front and stop the belt, stop the conveyor, and then you can check here these 4 bottles. This part should be pressed the bottle a little tight, okay, and then you can screw it. Here the screw can be adjusted for both. And for this sensor, we will give a sign for the 5th, and then the filling can be started. Huh? After you adjust it, you should lock it, okay? And then the last one should directly to the last one bottle. And should in the middle of the bottle, like this, okay. And then we should adjust the filling nozzle. Now we changed this pipe. This is for without heating. The pipe without heating, and the filling nozzle also without heating, because your bottle is too small. The filling nozzle with heating is a little too big for your small bottles, okay? And for adjusting the heat, this adjusted heat is based on the bottles, okay?怎么上高了？上高，卡名是哪一个？这个对，这个And you should press lock bottle. Lock bottle we already separated with the machine on the bottom, because it can also work with the small bottles. That was for height bottles, okay. And then press lift. Press lift when it green. The lifted the filling nozzle will be down. And then we should adjust the heat based on the bottles. Based on the bottles heat. And should notice that the filling nozzle is coming inside a little. Come inside a little to the bottle is okay. And then it finished. Then all the parameters set it back. 参数是上面对那个。And now we adjusted the filling nozzle. For the machine, the limited is 3 milliliter. The limited is 30 milliliter. If you lower 30 milliliter, it cannot be set it, okay? And the filling volume from 30 milliliter to 1000 milliliter. 书呢？When you go to the automatic type, you should open automatic start, conveyor, and filling. Okay. And then it will filling. After filling, it will come back. And this one, the first one will give sign to the stop man. And the filling total release. Reset. This is the reset. And this adding liquid is for cycling, is for the pump inside the machine. It will be automatic. Here is mixing, and this is heating, and this is for water pump working. Water pump is for cycling the hot water inside the jackets. Okay. And there is just for checking the working function. No need to set. This is the screen of the parameter setting. For this is for setting automatically. The here bottle delay and the opportunity delay is for based on the bottles and the sensor. It is based on the diameters. Sometimes you should change it a little bigger. Okay. And 这边这4个关档子是干嘛的？
这就是每个量微调的。
And this is for set the filling volume of the bottles, of the filling nozzle. But each one will be maybe a little difference, so you should adjust it here.
假如这个多了，你可以减啊，减不了了，只能加了。
And for example, for the first nozzle, the filling is a little lower, and you can adjust it from here. Set it a little, maybe like this. You set as 50 milliliter, and for the first filling nozzle, you should you checking it is a little 1 milliliter higher. You can press reduce 1 milliliter, and for this one, you can showing it a little 2. It's 48, and you need to add 2 milliliter. And this one is 451. You should reduce. Okay. This is a little adjustment based on different filling nozzle. This is for the filling of the total amount. Okay.
第一段灌装速度。
And this further filling, it has 2 filling system, 2 filling step. This is for the first one. The filling speed can be adjusted. And for this is for the filling second stage. Maybe you can set 10 milliliter. That means the last 10 milliliter filling speed is different with the first one. Okay, is different with the first 40 milliliter. It's difference. The filling speed difference. For the filling volume, this is total filling volume, and this is for the filling speed adjustment. For this one and this one plus together is this one, like this. You want to fill in 40 milliliter, and this set 10 milliliter. That means the first 40 milliliter is the filling speed based on A, and the last 10 milliliter is based on filling speed of B. Here, the speed can be set from here. The HZ is showing as speed. You can change. This means a little lower. This faster. All the speed can be adjusted. Okay. 那个灌装回那个速度呢？
回的速度也不管。
This is no need to adjustment. Okay. This is the parameter setting. Okay. Now, this is the alarm screen, and you can check from here what's the problem. Okay. When you meet a problem, you can send this screen to me. And this is manual type. Manual type is normally for adjustment. Each of them can be worked separately, one by one. And this is automatic. You can check it. For one button, it is different. When we press it, it a little changed. Now we press it's automatic, it's manual. So you just take care of this. As this machine is not very hard to operating, okay? Also, and please note that when you change this filling system, the filling nozzle and the pipe here is a little difference. This is for just stopped here. And when you change it to the hot pipe, this one, change it to the hot pipe, the collection part, the pressing part will be installed here. I will show you video later, okay? When you change the pipes and all the values should be closed. Now it is closed. It's ball value.
它换的时候是正好是没料的时候换，它不会有料。
Actually, when you change this filling system, there will be no products inside the hopper, so it's no need to close or open. It's okay. And for all these parts, now we just set this part here because